take a look at the Dune expansion pack here. And so we'll go into activities. This is something that's been released recently. Been trying to get a kind of a handle on how to do the Ornithopter. So I've done some tutorials. The initial ones are pretty easy. Teach you basically how to fly the Ornithopter. You get into some challenges where you're doing like touch and goes and a rescue mission. So I'm going to touch on just a few of those today. But learning how to fly, first thing you'll learn is that you need to have some special mapping set up for any peripherals that you have. So you need to make sure you can use the afterburners and also the wing brake. So that's important. I'll pause 1 second here. Okay, so let's just take a quick tour here just to show you what's going on here in the tutorial. So in the first one, you learn how to take off, you learn how to dive, which this is another thing. You need to learn how to both coast and basically retract your wings, so you can stop them and just kind of use it like a glider almost, and then you can retract them for a dive, which will help pick up some speed when you get to drop altitude real quickly. And then it teaches you how to land. So those three things are important. Now when I first started, I didn't have all these things dialed in, so it was a little complicated to land and set down if you're not using the wing brake. Is a pretty important part of landing properly, or at least it makes it much easier to land. So that's the first thing you'll have to do is mapping, and we could go into any of these and just kind of show you how to do it. I'll pop into them real quick. Let's see, this one I can't even remember what the goal of this one is, but the very first one is just fly. I think you got to cross a chasm or something, so you can have your gear. So my gear up and down is an important one to have too. You can go faster with your gear up, and you can also go faster if you keep a low to the surface, so within ground effect basically. You have to kind of make judgments about whether you want to do that or fly a straight line, and how you want to take advantage of that. They don't give you enough afterburner, so sometimes if you use speed partly from okay, here's the Ornithopter, okay, and we'll take a look at it. It's a pretty cool looking beast, isn't it? I mean, I loved it in the movie Dune, and obviously the second part's coming out now, so they're getting us into the mindset of that, which is super fun. It's a cool vehicle to fly to, and it's a totally different landscape here. So
welcome to Arrakis.
All right, so
flying the Ornithopter in this extreme environment requires pilots to master specific maneuvers. Today you'll learn the fundamentals of the aircraft and how to take off.
Okay.
Wing management is critical to flight operations. Begin by unfolding them. Now, start the engine to get the wings flapping and take to the skies.
Let's unfold them a second. They are unfolded, aren't they?
Now, start the engine.
Okay, so I want you to start them. Kind of cool how they start to oscillate.
Excellent. All systems are ready to go. Before taking off, let's take...
Uh-oh.
Remember what you've learned anytime you need to pull off a fast takeoff on Arrakis. Congratulations, that was a smooth takeoff.
Okay, so might kind of like to that one. All right. So we can go back to the Dune menu now and take a look at the second one here, if you just want to look at what that one's about. Now, I have some keys, shortcuts to put the plane basically into a dive, so it's what's kind of like my rudder trim on the yoke of the honeycomb alpha yoke. So anyway, so I just want you to do that, and you want to fly over and then just dive. And so toggle dive mode is you can do it here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just do it with my mappings. You could manually click the buttons if you want to. But it's better once you've set some up for mappings.
You've proven you can handle the basics, but to be among the fastest pilots on Arrakis, you need to master the dive. Diving trades altitude for speeds that would be impossible to reach in standard flight. When you reach the dive point, fold the wings to dive. As you approach the ground, on my mark, unfold the wings, then get back to level flight. Reach the edge of the cliff up ahead. Activate dive mode. Now dive down. Unfold your wings. Pull back on the handles. That was spot on. Okay, now keep flying low. Maintain a low altitude. That maneuver is critical to become the fastest pilot in the desert. The first dive is the scariest, but you performed it well.
Okay, so I didn't get 100% on that one, but I didn't stay low enough, but it was pretty good. So I'll show you that one. I did get an A on that one previously. So, and then let's go back to the Dune menu and take a look at the last one in that first beginning section, which is just landing. All right, so the important thing here is, again, I have mapping on my basically elevator trim. So when I push forward, which would be nose down, that's actually an afterburner when I'm mapped to the Ornithopter here. And when I pull back, that's going to be like the wing brake, sort of like air brake. So it'll see what happens when I do that. If I tried doing it without, there's also a power setting, so you can cut power and that'll make you drop. But that's actually not the best way to land. You want to come flying in super fast, and then use your wing brake to slow down.
You've proven you can take off with an Ornithopter.
So I'm going to drop my gear here.
We'll begin by maintaining an altitude of 1,300 feet. To land, use your wing brake to quickly reduce your speed and stabilize your aircraft. Faster speeds require longer braking distances. Anticipation is essential to avoid overshooting the land. Now deploy the landing gear. On my mark, use your wing brake to reduce speed as you approach the landing pad. If your speed
Usually
is
come
too
in
high,
just under
raise
half
the nose
a
up to come to a
mile.
complete stop. Finally, to ensure a smooth landing, return to a level attitude and apply. Now use the wing brake. Manage your speed with the wing brake to keep the landing pad centered.
Yeah, I didn't quite do it right. Now I have to drop my power here. See, I kind of was a little too low there, so you can see I was almost gonna not make the pad. So anyway, you can hear that. So you can see that this is power up and power down. I'll just drop, right? So
keep trying and you'll improve.
okay, so that wasn't too good, but you get the point. That's I have done that one better, but we could go next here and then go back to the Dune menu, and those are the three things you learn basically in the very beginning part. So we'll go to challenges now, and you can see that getting through these actually getting a score in these that's B or A or something is a little more challenging. It starts off, this one's fairly easy, so once you practice and get the whole hang of the thrusting and the air brake, you can make a good run in this one, and I'll show you examples of that. More of these are the same. Then you start learning how to dive. Then you've got ones where you're kind of cruising through more hole in the wall, and then this one is really tricky, Canyon Rush, because it's, and you got to learn how to maneuver through openings that may be narrower than your wings, so you got to tilt sideways and use your rudders and your thrusting to try to keep yourself from turning into the wall one way or the other and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty tricky. And then you've got this Coriolis storm escape, which is very tricky. So yeah, you got to do a lot of things right to beat the sandstorm to the landing place. So you got to go pick up, be really good about setting down right near the crash site, limit the time that it takes for the pilot to get in your machine. You're constantly gear up, trying to fly low, fast with your afterburners, but conserving afterburners a little bit so you don't want to run out. So it's just a balance there. So all these are really fun. I can probably just show you some examples of what they look like here, but you will enjoy this. I know I have been enjoying the Dune expansion pack quite a bit, even though it's not like it's a completely different kind of flying than what I usually do or have fun doing. It is in and of itself really, really cool and different and fun. So hope you guys enjoy. And let's go in here and let's try one of these again too. I'll do this one. Why don't I do this one? I think this one's like the first one, except for it has a couple dives that you have to do. So.
Fly through the rock formations and touch down on the 3 landing pads on the way to Arrakis.
Gears coming down here, pulling power back. Now, had to do some trickeration there. And sadly, we're used up quite a bit of our afterburners here. Not quite going low enough to get a whole lot of extra boost out of this one, so I'm probably just gonna not get a great score.
Practice with your wing brake to get better.
So I might get a B or something on that one, but whatever. Okay, yeah, so 214, 779. So you can kind of see, you kind of come flying in, and then you got to throw that wing brake on, and you got to sort of balance the angle that you're coming in with. You can climb just a little bit, but sometimes you'll pull up and kind of stall short of the thing, so you got to be kind of get some practice at doing that. And knowing when to pull your power out too, because it's part power, part braking, right? Let's see what we got here. Some of these are cheat times too. They're not possible, but people have hacked it or something, right? So you're getting people that are completely fictitious cheaters up here, so completely ridiculous. But anyway, top 1,000. So, all right, let's go back to the Dune menu now, and what else do we want to take a look at here? This one's kind of cool. Guy got some footage of that, so I'll show you guys. So hope you guys enjoy this, and just keep practicing. It is a challenge and fun, so hope you guys enjoy. Done pretty good so far, but I just feel so close to having a really good run, and I guess that's probably the point of it, right? Pretty easy. Everybody be doing
Navigating inside the Red Chasm's narrow caves is the ultimate challenge for any Ornithopter pilot.
Okay. It's a better run there.
I have a problem. I've lost the engines. I'm gonna make an emergency landing. The storm is getting close. I need immediate extraction. I'm northwest of your position. Land as close to the wreck as possible. Every second counts. I'm in. Our best chance is the botanical station. It's on the other side of these mountains. Let's move. The storm is closing in on us. It's getting too close. Faster! Faster!
Trying.
Move! Move! Over there! Head to the station. It's our only chance. This is gonna be tight.
Holy.
Oh, that was close. That was some piloting skill. Thank you. You saved my
Whoa.
life.
Wow. I don't know. Well, that was intense.